Hello, my name is Eric Roeder, and I work in business development for Codilation. My team of elite nerds is dedicated to helping turn big ideas into first customers. Building apps and helping develop new businesses allows me to meet amazing people. These people are doing amazing things in our tech community and my actual community of Fargo, North Dakota. I wanted to start a platform to help business leaders and other great people in our community tell their story. Connecting with amazing people is my job. Welcome to my office. My guest this week is Erica Johnsrud of the Ronald McDonald House. Every year, the Ronald McDonald House hosts their annual Sweetheart Ball. Events have evolved quite a bit this year, so we're going to kind of chat about the changes coming to this year's event. Welcome, 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 Internet. I'm so excited to be here on Festive Friday.
Festive Friday.
And I had this at my desk just in case I needed to,
Naturally.
We're doing a lot of filming to kind of get so we can be remote and at the same time, see our families safe. So it's early December when we're filming. I have no idea when this is going to air.
That's all right. It's festive.
But I was watching the Muppet Christmas Carol this week, and Gonzo says, I will honor Christmas in my heart and keep it all the year. And so whenever this airs, and that there's no way that was Charles Dickens, that was Gonzo.
100%.
So yeah, someday we'll see this, and we'll be, and all the people I know, Erica, I think that you keep Christmas in your heart all year.
Yes, you have to.
I know. I thought I was being, I wore the socks. I'm like, I'll dress up. And then I came in and you got this. I'm so glad that I have this randomly at my desk.
I am too, because Festive Fridays are very important.
I didn't know that was a thing, and now.
Third annual year that it's happening.
Oh, geez. So, okay, we've gotten off track, which is me. That's how I roll. And Erica from Ronald McDonald House. Erica Johnsrud. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself before we jump into Muppet stuff?
And after Festive Friday.
Yeah, after Festive Fridays.
That I made up 3 years ago because I owned too many Christmas sweaters and
not
didn't
a
have
thing.
anywhere to wear them.
That's not a thing. But that
fair.
second problem is real.
Yeah, I didn't have anywhere to wear them. So I was like, to work probably is best.
Like that.
Well, I'm Erica Johnsrud. I'm the development director at the Ronald McDonald House. I've been there a little over 10 years.
Holy
cow. Yeah, I know. Crazy. It seems like yesterday and like forever all at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, well, you've been there since I've known you, and now I'm old, so
it's true.
So can we talk about what the Ronald McDonald House is and who do you help in our community?
We have families who have children 21 or younger receiving medical care in the Fargo-Moorhead area. So when family has to travel to receive medical care, for whatever reason that is for their child, they can come and stay with us. Yeah. So it's a bed to sleep in, a warm home-cooked meal at the end of the long day.
And it's more than that, though.
It really is.
I would reach out to Erica and take a tour when that's available again, because someday.
We love to show it off because it truly, it's hard to explain all of the support that a family gets while they're in the house unless you're there, because, their support is really far away. And so we want to be that for them.
And you are.
And it's been kind of interesting to see during the pandemic times. Not only have we seen families continue to come to us, obviously, but we've seen a lot more siblings as well, because they normally maybe wouldn't come because they're in school, but now they're doing remote learning. So a couple of weeks ago, we had probably 20 kids that were all doing remote learning at the Ronald McDonald House.
Wow.
So it's it's been really interesting to see how different that is, but also that we can continue to provide that support and have a space for them to do that.
Right. And that's crazy. So we're wrapping up 2020. That's the year. You usually have this just amazing Sweetheart Ball Gala. And it's, again, fundraising is its own nightmare when you can do events. So can we talk about some of the changes that are coming to it this year?
Absolutely. The Sweetheart Ball is always the Saturday before Valentine's Day. And so obviously the first part of the year, and we know just we're not going to be able to have 600 people in a room like we would like. So the Sweetheart Ball is going virtual this year.
Okay.
So we've had some fun trying to figure out what that looks like exactly.
You have the best attitude. that sounds fun.
The important pieces of the event, we love to share a story from a family that has stayed with us. We're so excited that we get to do that with the Hewlin family. We actually have been working with Towel, and they already videoed that, so they're working on their little magic to make it look pretty for us.
Yeah, Max, I love that crew.
But that family stayed with us prior to their babies being born, and then until they could take all of them home because they had 5.
Whoa.
So you might have seen on the news there was a family in town. They are originally from the Minot area that had quintuplets.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
I didn't see that on the news, and I feel like I've watched more news than I've ever watched this entire year. That's crazy.
So they're really passionate about helping and giving back, and one way to do that is to share their story. And I'm really excited to be able to share that because it was something that brought a lot of joy to our staff and people at the house to get to know them and be a part of their journey as they take home 5 babies.
Oh, and I'm like a big jungle gym for kids. Like that sounds like, I'm glad that's not Uncle Eric.
So we'll still have that. We'll still have a silent auction and a live auction, and I'm excited about that. And then we're looking at offering different packages. So we want as many people as possible to be able to access the event. So if people are interested in watching the stories and bidding on the auction items, we always get amazing auction items. They can do that for free. They just have to register. But if you really want that experience of the Sweetheart Ball, since it will be February 13th, we are offering a Valentine's date package. So don't get too excited. It doesn't come with a date.
Oh. Sick burn. Oh, zing! That got a little real. Wow.
But it
so
will
what does this fantastic package come with, Erica?
But it will have dinner for 2, dessert. Hopefully we'll be doing kind of like a cocktail with that as well. And that'll be $150.
Sure.
So, kind of like probably what you would spend on going out on date night anyways. Plus you're supporting a great cause.
What is... That's too freaking funny. So yeah, besides date night, like how can us and our audience kind of help with this event and the evolution of it?
Absolutely. We still need sponsors. We rely very heavily on our sponsors for events. So we're offering some fun things for sponsors too, having a little commercial throughout the program. Auction items obviously is huge. We need items to auction off.
Mild details.
But really, I think, just being a part of it, sharing that it's coming up and that people can watch it. Besides the date night package, we will be having
the date night package.
We'll be having a package for 4. So if you want to gather just a few people in your own home.
4 helpings of food.
Yeah. You can do that. And then we're also putting together a Sweetheart Ball party package for 10 that you can have in your home. So anticipating hopefully by February you'll be able to at least gather a small group. And so we'll provide you with the things that you would need to have an at-home party.
God, I like that. And so you said it was fun. But I made a little business chart this week, kind of going over how much, like, I just got done doing my charitable fundraiser indoor golf tournament. And so we have organizing events. And so, like, here's what the general public thinks. Oh, that's fun. And then, like, here's event workers. They're like, oh, it's challenging and rewarding. And here's event workers this year. Dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Can we have a party? Can we talk? Can we do anything? And so, no, I think that just listening to that list, that's awesome. And so, like, what tips would you have for, like, other nonprofits that are really having to kind of change their fundraising and even their structure of events?
I think one thing that I learned from listening to all sorts of online things was that don't try to completely recreate your event as it would have been. This is truly a new event. I mean, you can call it the same thing, but it is truly new. And so kind of keep those little pieces, or try to make those little pieces that everybody loves available, so that you keep your audience, but also don't...
Be realistic.
Yeah. So, I have a really awesome committee that helps with the Sweetheart Ball. And so one of my big questions to them right away was, what is one thing that you love about the Sweetheart Ball?
Oh.
Of course, everybody's was different, so it wasn't really that helpful.
Super helpful group.
But I think we did see some themes within that, and so those are the things that we're wanting to make sure that we transition into a virtual event.
Oh, I like that. And this year has just been this year, and we're going through a growing pain, but it's making us better. And that's, as we get to, like, we're climbing out of the abyss that was earlier this year. What's the greatest lesson that you've learned this year?
Oh, that's a great question. I think I always knew how important connection was to me. But I think that you can keep that you can keep connection alive even if you're not seeing somebody.
Right.
I think something that I thought was really fun about this year was trying to make people feel special when you couldn't be together.
Oh, jeez. You're like the nicest human.
Just getting creative, and something that, Max, Max and I did early on in the pandemic was we thought about some of our closest friends and what they would normally order if we were out to drink at a bar, and we made it, and then we did it in mason jars, and then we dropped it off on their front steps. And so it was just like little things like that I thought were a lot of fun.
Well, that is a lot of fun, and and that's really nice. Again, you handled this very well, and it's been hard being a positive person this year. Like,
it has.
The weight of being like sunshine and rainbows is so heavy this year. But you're one of the happiest people that I know. What are you looking forward to most going into next year?
Traveling.
Yes.
I cannot wait to go somewhere.
I've had enough of my apartment for my entire lease. So, we can't come down and have our interview without a nerd question.
Okay.
And so what's the nerdiest show or book or thing you and Max participated in during quarantine or when you were socially distancing?
We did one Saturday night. We were just like brainstorming different fun business ideas. So that was pretty nerdy. I during quarantine, I got really interested in the idea of like gifting, and how you make that interesting and applicable in the business world.
Yes.
And so that I got really into that.
We had time to really get into a lone activity, you know?
Yeah, so that was fun.
That's pretty nerdy. There wasn't a wrong answer to that, but the correct answer was you knit a hat.
Oh, yes.
For the Muppet that you
I
and
did
Matt.
do that.
We're going to have to get a picture of that from you because I love that, everything about that. And
so
yeah.
I did, I learned to knit,
knit hats.
thanks to Unglued very early on. And then I knit so many hats and I was like, I don't know what to do with all these. And then I had a little bit left and I was like, that puppet probably needs a hat.
Oh, yes.
So I did do that.
No, we're not going to get anything better than that. It's time to wrap up. Did you have anything else, Erica?
No, thanks for having me again. This is always a lot of fun.
We joke and we laugh, but I think we have to be realistic that events and everything has drastically changed, but the need for funding is not. Mm-hmm. And if you don't know Ronald McDonald House and what they do for our community, learn. And you'll see that we need it, and they need our support. So, yeah. Get a date and go to the ball or eat with 4 to 10 people, whatever you want to do. But, yeah, just check it out. There's all sorts of events, and I'll have Maddie throw that all in the description. So, thank you.
Yeah, the Sweetheart Ball is our biggest fundraising event of the year. So we really appreciate all the support that the community gives to make sure that we can keep families together all year long.
Yes. Keep it up, Fargo. All right. Thank you.
Thanks.
God, that was funny. You totally burned me, Erica. That date.